Hello, everyone. Hope everyone's doing well this pre-Thanksgiving day. I'm Cheryl Carr, your work doctor, and this is the Achieve with Dr. C podcast. I'm going to be talking about joy is a habit, not an event. And I do have some slides because I think this particular subject is so super important that you just it's it's required that I leave behind some valuable information. Now, I'm struggling with Facebook again, blocking my live. So I may have to go out and come back in again. It's saying close Facebook while I'm live. I don't know what that's for. Just give me a second. It did this the last time. It keeps changing settings once you set up a live where it just doesn't want you to have your page up. So I'm trying to see if it's even broadcasting. Let me see. So while I'm doing that, I want you to make yourself fully present in this moment. If you can, put away your phone, unless you're looking at your phone while you're watching me do the live. And, stop if you're doing something and truly tune in and be present. Because if you don't, you'll miss this moment. It's probably going to make me go out and come back in again, which is super annoying because I didn't tell it to do what it's doing, which is trying to make me join the event while I'm broadcasting from my. This is so annoying. So annoying. But we're going to figure this out and we're not going to take it down and come back on because I shouldn't have to do that. Okay. We're going to see if I can get the app to make it pop up. And now it's telling me to cancel it. Okay, guys, we're just going to go out and come back in because it's just giving me the blues. So give me a moment. To see if it'll. So we'll stop the live. Don't go anywhere. You stay right where you are. And I'm going to end the stream and come back on. I've got to take care of some things first, though. Okay. We're going to try this again. Don't go anywhere. Okay. Hopefully, this will let me recycle and do this again. Okay. So, we're going to try this again. It's like I'm live, but not. Again, I'm Cheryl Carr, your work doctor, and this is the Achieve with Dr. C podcast. And what I'm doing right now is I'm going to teach you that joy is not a feeling, it's a habit, and it's not even an event. You don't want to make joy something you have to experience outside of habitually being open to experience joy. And because we've had all these difficulties, let's jump into this, okay? The first thing, it's holiday time. This is the typical over commercialized time of stress and time that we like to get together with family, we like to get with our friends, we like to enjoy this holiday season. And there's nothing wrong with doing that. I think anybody that enjoys holiday times, this is your favorite time of year. And the thing that we seem to do to ourselves is we pressure ourselves. We put a lot of hype on ourselves to be a certain way, feel a certain way. We want our homes, our meals, everything has to be perfect. And with that in mind, we experience an unnatural amount of stress. And because of this stress, I think we miss the joy because we haven't learned to habitually feel joy. What we've done is we've turned our joy over to an experience or an event instead of realizing it's not a Black Friday deal. It's not. It's an emotional muscle memory to feel joy. Now, event hype can bring up emotions that feel like joy and habits that hold you will bring you joy, like putting up your tree, cooking your meals, your favorite dishes, your favorite desserts. All of that can make you think you're experiencing joy and helps you deal with the stress of cooking, putting up the tree with all of its finding the right decorations and all the stuff we do to make the holidays memorable. Now, I've stopped doing all of that. I've opted out. And here's why. We get wrong what joy really is because we take it as walking into moments that are supposed to put joy in us. We take it as the holidays of themselves, just by their very existence, brings us joy. We forget building joy is an inside job. It doesn't come from outside events. It is strictly emotional and inside. And I think we put our feelings out towards the event and we forget again, it really truly is from inside. And it's learning to habitually feel what you feel. to habitually open yourself up to experience joy. And don't put it on layaway. Like, don't make it where if the tree is just perfect and the lights are perfect and you get all the compliments, then you'll experience joy. Or if the meal is perfect, or if everybody shows up that you invited is perfect, then you'll experience joy. That's what we get wrong about joy. Everything I just named, waiting for moments, expecting the holidays to heal us and bring us these multiple feelings of joy, believing joy comes from outside of you and not inside of you, and then also putting feelings on layaway as if once it's that time of year, then I can experience Christmas joy or holiday joy. Not true. There's a psychology behind what I'm telling you. And that psychology says our brain likes habituation. Our brain likes repeat. It likes things that we habitually do. And brain wires to what's repeated, what fires together, what we put in together, and it fires together, that gets repeated. That's how you can experience joy as a habit. When you learn, joy is regulated. It's a combination of things. It's the energy and intention and intentional attention that you pay to something that it helps you experience that habitual feeling that you're experiencing joy. It's also your nervous system stabilizes when you have a routine, when you habituate being happy. It's hard when you have to depend on external things to give you those feelings. So I want you right now, like I asked you to be present. This is a moment for you to habituate what joy is. So you have the truth about it and you set that in your mind and you understand it's your habits. It's not hype. You can feel joy all the time, no matter what's going on outside, because it's an inside job. So let's talk about some habits you can do to experience some joy. Okay. The first thing is pause. Like I asked you to pause whatever you were doing. Stop what you're doing, fully tune in and learn what I'm teaching. Understand what I'm teaching. So pause. That just means take a moment, take a beat, and then breathe. This is self soothing and allowing your physical body to habituate joy. And I have a device and I have a QR code that gives you a nice discount purchasing this device. This is a non drug intervention that I have promoted for the last, I think, 4 or 5 years to people that have precision or high impact work, and they can't be buzzed, they can't be smoked, they can't do things that others like to do, and not judging, but I personally can't do. I can't do those things during my work. So using this device, it helps you count your breaths. Slowing your breathing down is a great relaxer. It's something you have to learn to do. It helps you reset your overwhelm in under 2 minutes. And this device counts your breaths, it vibrates, and it also gives you a great smell. I have lavender. They have 4 or 5 different scents. And use that QR code and you can get your device. And I recommend it highly. I use it, it works. And it can help you do a 90-second reset so that you avoid overwhelm anytime you're feeling stressed, overly stressed. Here's another habit: set boundaries. We hear that so much. I know you hear it. And we think of boundaries as walls, or we think of it as exclusion. And Here's the thing: setting a boundary just means you tell yourself what's acceptable to you, no matter what someone else does. Because you can't control other people, you can only control yourself. So saying no, it's your wellness policy with your boundary. And no is a complete sentence, it requires no follow up. Learn to say no. I will not able, won't. You don't even have to say can't, because chances are you could, but it's a no for you. Protect your bandwidth. And how do you do that? One of the best things I'll teach in the next habit, but not giving everyone access to you. I have really slowed down my social media. I've slowed down posting intimate details about my life. I use my social media to help people, to motivate people, to message people. I don't include my personal life because it was giving way too much access, way too much inside information, and it allowed way more people coming at me than I cared for. So I set that boundary for myself. Here's another habit: a homecoming ritual. This is a moment that brings you back to yourself. It's also ritual over chaos. It's predictability and peace. And all that is having your habit that calms you down, that self soothes you, that helps you go from a lot of chaos to calm. And that particular habit is self soothing, doing the breathing, taking a moment, 90 seconds for yourself. For those of you busy parents, especially you single parents, learning to take the first 5 minutes of your day to do some of this deep breathing, relaxing, even before your feet hit the floor. You've habituated just jumping out of bed and going straight to work or picking up your phone or whatever your habits are now. You can unlearn those habits and bring in a habit that is a coming back to yourself and gives you some predictability to set your intention and set your attention for the day. Here's another one: real gratitude. And why am I saying real gratitude, you guys? It's because gratitude has become a thing. It's become a thing. And with real gratitude as a thing, we make our lists, we write down what we're grateful for, we verbalize what we're grateful for, and it's not just one more thing that you should do. Gratitude also is an inside job. It's also a one thing that makes your soul loosen its shoulders. I love saying that sentence to people. Being grateful is your soul loosening its shoulders. It unwinds any tightness. And real gratitude means you're thankful for whatever you're thankful for. You're not habitually just running down a list. You know what makes your soul light up. And those are the things you remain grateful for. You don't even have to make a list. You can just verbalize them or think them to yourself. Don't make it a thing, make it real. Other habit: the circus is not my monkey, not my circus rule. This is where you release other people's chaos. This is where you don't pick up emotional assignments you didn't accept. This is where you mind your business and leave theirs alone. This is where you don't gossip and invite people, and you stop the reality TV watching and inviting all that chaos into your life, where your mind is paying attention to someone else's drama. Stop it. Try the it's not my circus, it's not my monkeys rule, and release other people's chaos. Mind your business. leave theirs alone. That way you avoid picking up emotional assignments you didn't accept. Habit number 6, awe on purpose. This is one of my favorites. This is noticing glimmers and not triggers. This is paying attention to what lights up your soul. Look up if you enjoy clouds, and I love clouds. If you enjoy stars and the moon and the planets, and that makes you feel something bigger than yourself. If you live near mountains, if you look up at the mountains and then look outside and see the blessings and the things you should be grateful for, like health, strength, food, a bed, a car, a job. All of these things can create that sense of awe that you are so more blessed than you could ever imagine. And you have way more than you thought you did. When you have your health and strength, you pretty much have everything. And wonder resets your brain survival mode. It resets your brain out of survive or fight or flight and gives you peace and chaos. When you invite glimmers and not your triggers, if you let yourself feel joy and experience joy, you'll find your brain and your relaxation is much more readily. Here's my other big one, and I'm really pushing this with myself and with others, and that's put your phone down and social media detox. When's the last time you went 24 hours without touching your phone, without looking at social media? Because social comparison, you guys, it spikes cortisol. We have enough research to tell us that social comparison on social media actually drives up stress and cortisol in the body, which is the stress hormone. So unfollow, mute, breathe. When you notice yourself looking at things and comparing what you have or who you are to what they have and who they are, trust me, you will notice your stress levels go down. Protect your dopamine. Dopamine is that great hormone, that happy hormone. It does the opposite of cortisol being a stressor hormone. Dopamine is a happiness hormone. It gives you those good, juicy, groovy feelings of being happy and joyful and peaceful. And I even have a dopamine menu. Those things I know that bring me that spike in my dopamine just because I have it or I experience it. It's like a menu you order up and I know where to go to spike my dopamine. So, great habit. I really, really encourage you to do less social media, do less visualizing and comparison with other people. So habit number 8, micro wins. Small wins feed your confidence. When you do something well or something good happens because of you and your efforts, you guys learn to celebrate those moments. Learn to welcome those and give yourself a little pat on the back. It's not arrogant, but small wins feed your confidence. And completion of something, that feeling of getting something done and off your list, that is so much better than perfection. I've learned to be happy with incremental stuff. Like if I just cleared these clothes out the dryer and folded them, I don't worry about the rest of the laundry I have to do. And done beats idea. Starting beats fixing to. So learn to celebrate your micro wins. Learn to be happy in the moment and happy with such things as you have. And the final thing I want to do as we focus on joy being a habit and not an event is reframe the holidays, you guys. You don't need a perfect holiday. You don't need it to be perfect and everybody to be perfect for you to enjoy it. Steady your habits. Steady your habits. Reframe the holidays. Learn those micro wins. Got the tree up. So what if it doesn't have the decorations on it yet? Or take your time. There's nothing wrong with taking a week to decorate. Those people pressuring yourself right now, my tree has to be up and decorated before we have Thanksgiving dinner. Stop. Realize joy, it's a rhythm, you guys. It's a habit, not an event. It's a rhythm. It's not performance based. So here's my affirmation for you as we bring this broadcast to a close is I hope for you that you've heard something that triggered the fact that you can build your joy. You don't have to borrow joy from somebody else or from perfection or the holidays and the season. You can have joy 24/7, 365. So if you build it and you habituate it. And my other hope is that your peace is protected, not negotiated. Have you found yourself negotiating your peace by surrendering someone else getting what they want at the cost and the expense of your peace? Stop doing that. That's my hope for you, is that you don't regulate or negotiate your peace outside of yourself. I hope you protect it. It's worth protecting. It's worth turning off TV, not watching the news, reading the news, giving yourself a breather. And hopefully the season will serve your nervous system and help you learn to habituate joy, not drain it. Because we've got enough sucking the joy out of ourselves, out of our lives. We don't need to pile the holidays on right now. So with that said, follow me. If you're not following me on my social media, I'm going to build a joy habits community. It's going to take over my Achieve with Dr. C group, and I'm going to work all 2026 to help people build their joy as a habit so we can overcome some of the negative and the things that are going on outside. And then you can direct message me for coaching and workshops. I'm doing those all across the nation. I'm available. Calendar's filling up, but I want you to know I'm available for you to help you with some of these habits that might be a little difficult for you. You may be going through a time of grief or loss, or you might just need some help. I'm here. It's very easy to find me. You can find me on my social media pages. Just go to my links, my hyperlinks for my link tree, and set up a telecoaching session with me. I'm here and I want to help. So with that said, that's it for today. I pray you have joy as a habit and not as an event. I'll see you next time. Bye.